Good afternoon. Safe Haven. 6 o'clock in the evening. Just getting off work. I had made a video, I attempted to make a video this morning. I didn't sleep very well, so my brain was all over the place. I was having a really hard time focusing. I did want to speak. I did have something on my mind. I know I normally just go into these videos just open-minded, and just whatever comes to me. But I know that I did a video on religion and spirituality, meditation, stuff like that. Was speaking to a gentleman yesterday. He's a pastor of a church, or he's an ordained preacher. He's not the main pastor of a church, but I've been knowing this guy for a while, and he was speaking to me about having a pretty rough day. I've been knowing this guy for about 30 years, so I mean, he's kind of like family, but not really. I mean, anyway, so he was telling me about his rough day that he had, and him and I have spoke before about spirituality, religion, and he claims to be a gifted. He claims to be gifted. God uses him to see things with people and hear things. I'm not denying that. I think there's a lot of confusion with him on his walk, and he's gotten too much in the religion aspect of it instead of the spirituality aspect of it. In the religion world, the term spirituality borderline new age, and they believe anything that's new age is demonic, and they only say that because they don't get it when spirituality is godlike, or more godlike than religion is. But he had mentioned to me about his rough day that he had, and he was wore out, and the evening came, and it was getting close to midnight, and the lady had contacted him saying that she was in urgent need. Now, I'm not certain about this woman or who this woman is, but if she's involved with him, there may be something involved with religion. This guy, I spoke to him before, and if it doesn't fall into, and I know that I've mentioned this before about rules and regulation when it comes to religion, and if it doesn't fall into their rules, it could be considered demonic. So he's speaking to this lady, and she supposedly has some demons in her, and he started mentioning to me as some things that she's been dabbling in, witchcraft being one of the things that he had mentioned, and the word yoga came out. I don't agree with that. I believe that yoga is a very good spiritual tool. I believe that it's good for meditation, because there is a lot of meditation when it comes to yoga. I did it for 2.5 years, and not one time did I ever think that I was going to be possessed by a demon or even be close to a demon. I did it because I had some back issues, and it helped tremendously with my back issues, and I highly recommend, if you have some back issues, to look into yoga. I had mentioned before that if you get into spirituality, into meditation, to always keep a positive mindset. Never think negative, and never think evil thoughts. Never think that you're getting into yoga with an evil thought, or it's going to be evil, because if you think it's going to be evil, then more than likely it's going to be evil. The whole manifestation thing about getting into your subconscious mind, when you do yoga, deep yoga, you do connect to your subconscious mind. That is a whole part of relaxation. Relax your body, relax your mind, find your peace. If you're in a religion and they're telling you that yoga could possibly conjure up a demon, now you're already scared. Now you're already going into it scared. and that's wrong. So you need to not have that mindset with it, because if you do and you go into it, then it's quite possible that you can conjure up some evil energy. There's the whole religion and the scare tactic, and I completely disagree with that, and I think that's wrong, 100% wrong. If you're getting into a religion, and there's nothing wrong with religion, as long as it follows by the word. Nowhere in the word does it say that the positions that you get into in yoga conjures up evil spirits, or anything about yoga whatsoever in the Bible. It doesn't say anything about that. Matter of fact, nothing in the Bible says anything about you conjuring up a demon of anything that you do. There's nothing wrong with spirituality. Nothing. Unless you get into it with that negative mindset. Do not get into it with a negative mindset. There's nothing wrong with being spiritual and being religious. But that man that's a leader of that church has set up some rules and some regulations that don't necessarily go by what the Bible says. It's only going by what he thinks is best for you. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but to put a fear tactic in it is completely wrong. And that can play mind tricks on you. You can play games with you mentally, and it can cause some serious issues. And I think that's completely wrong. So if you're going into it negatively, it's going to be negative. If you go into it positively, it's going to be positive. Never ever go into meditation or anything that's connecting you to your subconscious mind with a negative mindset. I've said this over and over and over again to many people that do not do that. You got to be careful. Your subconscious mind is about 30 million times more powerful than your conscious mind. You can manifest money. You can manifest love. You can manifest a better job. Everything is made up of energy. Everything is made up of energy. Every living being, trees, birds, human beings, the planet, everything has got energy that it's putting out, and you can connect to that. You got to be careful. And I'm not deterring you from going to religion, but they are man, and they are not God, and you got to keep that in mind. There is going to be some scare tactics when it comes to religion. They have to sell their business. That's just part of the game, because it is a business. Please, I'm still not talking bad about religion, and I'm sorry if you think that I am, but you've got to be careful. She went into that yoga fearful, and maybe she connected to her subconscious mind, already subconsciously thinking evil thoughts, and she conjured up something. Fear plays a major part in evil spirits. They feed off of that, and if you're putting up that fear energy, they feel that vibration and they're attracted to it, just like a moth to a flame. So please be careful. I'm trying to replay in my mind what I said here. It came out so quickly. I hope I did not miss anything. Just be careful with what you're getting into and how you're getting into it. There's nothing wrong with spirituality. It's not demonic. Your chakras are controlled by your spirit, by the spirit. Your auras, which are the same thing as your chakras, they're all controlled by the spirit, by God, connected to every one of your chakras, spiritually, or emotionally, mentally, and sometimes physically. So nothing demonic about that whatsoever. You got to be careful with what you're getting into, who you're listening to. You should really only go by what your intuition tells you. If you're getting into something and you think it's demonic or it's evil, then don't do it. Stop it right there, and then stick with your religion. Stick with listening to the man that's in charge of the religion. I'm sorry, it really does bother me, and it makes me upset that they would say that, because that's wrong. You're putting the wrong thoughts in people. You go to church to listen to word out of the Bible and what the Bible says, and not what the man puts involved with that. You can't make up words. You can't make up your own path as a man. You go by the word, you preach the word, and you let God speak to that person through your words, and don't add anything else to it. I love each and every one of you. I want to see the best for all of y'all, and y'all to succeed in everything that you're doing. Please, I'm sorry if I have missed anything, or if I went around in circles. All this stuff was really at the top of my head. I knew that I was going into this with that mindset to think about that, but I didn't know what I was going to say and how I was going to say it. So please, if you have any comments, any questions, I'll do the best I can to answer those. Hopefully, if you get into a church, let God guide you to the right church. Pay attention to the rules, look up the research to that church, the religion of that church, and their rules and regulations that come involved with that. There should really be no rules and regulations except for by what God says, the 10 Commandments. Really simple laws and really simple to follow. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If it's nighttime, morning time, whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it. Any questions, please, or comments, feel free to ask. And I hope you guys have a good life, and Godspeed.